Coming up on news this morning, a home that burnt down this past weekend in Perry County is now the scene of an arson investigation. Also in Perry County, we talked with the employee who was on duty when a Hazard subway was robbed Saturday. And we take you to Knott County, where some people could see their water bill go up dramatically after one company's decision to hike prices by more than 40%.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning. It is 5:31 on Tuesday, February the 4th. I'm Will Puckett. Thank you for tuning in to Mountain News This Morning. Madison has the day off. Well, yesterday was another pretty day, but clouds moved in quickly, and along behind those is rain that we're seeing this morning. Let's bring Brandon in, and Brandon's starting to set up exactly like you predicted yesterday.
Exactly, and we're going to continue to see those rain chances today, tomorrow, Thursday, and beyond. So a gloomy type week ahead. Let's take a look and see what we're seeing right now on live pinpoint Doppler radar, and you'll see green across the board, even some yellow indicating some heavier bands of rain, that darker green indicating that too. So if you are west of Hazard, you're probably seeing some pretty good rain this morning. So just be aware of that. You're seeing that on the visibility numbers as well. Anything less than 5 miles is or close to 5 miles is very limited visibility. So be careful. Wet roads, some fog outside WYMT, just raining right now. And then as we go to temperatures, anywhere between 50 and 59. So very mild. These are warmer than our normal daytime highs for this time of the year. Your day planner takes us down a little bit more, about mid-50s there by early in the morning, mid-morning there, and then we'll start to climb back towards 60 by the afternoon. Will?
All righty, Brandon, thank you. Well, after being closed for hours yesterday, a road blocked because of an overturned semi in Whitley County reopened just before midnight last night. The semi was carrying 5,000 gallons of a potentially explosive chemical. It happened over the Buck Creek Road Bridge south of Williamsburg. Officials say the driver was heading for Richmond, but they say GPS told the driver to head south. They say the driver was trying to turn around when the truck overturned. The tanker was left dangling off the side of the bridge early Monday morning. In Whitley County, one man learned how long he will spend in prison for a murder. A judge sentenced Paul Parsons to 20 years in prison. He was convicted on murder and robbery charges. He killed Denver Neasley and Joshua Wernicke back in 2017. Parsons received 20 years for murder and 15 years for robbery. Those sentences will run together. In Wise County, Virginia, one person was killed and 2 others were injured in an apparent ambush-style shooting. This all happened at a cemetery on Limestone Road near US 23. Police say a woman drove a man named William Mills up to the cemetery to meet 39-year-old Christopher Stevens. When they arrived, someone started shooting into the car. Mills was able to get out of the car but was chased by another man named Jared Hash, who was firing a gun. When police arrived, the unidentified woman was found shot in the back. Mills was found wounded in the woods. He had to be airlifted out. Stevens was found dead. It's not clear who shot into the car, but Hash was charged with aggravated and malicious wounding. Mills was later arrested on unrelated charges. A Pulaski County man is charged with child endangerment after police say he drove drunk with his young son in the car. Someone called police about a possible DUI, and when officers arrived, they say they found Ermelinito Morales staggering into Walmart. They say he smelled strongly of alcohol, had bloodshot, watery eyes, and slurred speech. Morales was arrested and taken to the Pulaski County Detention Center. Officials say a house burned down in the Browns Fork community of Perry County Sunday night. Responders were called to the scene around 10 p.m. They later requested an arson investigator. There are several cars near the burned house that appear to have been broken windows, but officials have not yet determined if this has to do with the current investigation.
Those are details as this investigation continues that should be more available as soon in the near future.
It is also unclear if anyone lived in the house at the time of the fire or if anyone was hurt. A major drug bust in southern Kentucky. Police in Wayne County confiscated more than a pound of crystal meth. The Monticello Police Department found the meth at the Best Western on Kentucky 90. They say it was about $50,000 worth of methamphetamine. They also found what looked like cocaine, a gun, and more than $5,000 in cash. Barney B.J. Warner and Savannah Sullivan were both charged with trafficking. Two men are facing drug trafficking charges after a traffic stop. Here's a look at what Corbin police found. You can see cash and a gun. Police say they found oxycodone, Suboxone, and suspected heroin. Police arrested Justin Helton and Michael Witchman. Both are charged with drug trafficking and not having a prescription drug in a proper container. A couple of homeowners held a would-be burglar at gunpoint in southern Kentucky. Deputies say Jonathan Sizemore was found going through the couple's property. Police say he admitted to doing meth. Sizemore was charged with burglary and public intoxication. That happened in Clay County. In Perry County, the Hazard Police Department responded to a 911 call Saturday morning where the subway at Village Lane was being robbed. WYMT's Lacey Roberts talked with the employee who the suspect demanded money from.
Here at Subway, work for Courtney Cox started as a normal day.
I love it. It felt like a family kind of deal, you know what I mean?
Soon, things would start to feel off.
Her and Brenda noticed somebody was walking back and forth.
I was talking to the lady that opened up at the financial place, and she said she saw the male walk by the window, and it kind of made her nervous because he had his hood on.
Cox says he came through the door, pointing his hand in the air.
He had something in his hand. I can't tell what it was. And I noticed him, me and him, his eyes met, you know, and he was like, give me, you know, cursing at me, give me the money now.
At first, she refused, still in shock as to what was happening.
I didn't want to do it, but I did.
The suspect then pointing to his waistband, giving her a warning.
I always thought maybe it would at night, you know what I mean? But during the day, come on now, he took off, but he didn't run. He walked out of here. He didn't run. So he had no shame in his game.
And neither does Cox, taking this negative.
Is it for here to go, baby?
And turning it into something positive.
The way I look at it, it shows me I'm strong. You know, I hold my children just a little bit more tighter.
And police say if you are ever in this situation,
Just comply. If they ask for the money, just give it to them.
a life is more precious than any amount of money.
Is that all for you, darling?
In Hazard, Lacey Roberts, WYMT Mountain News.
Now officials are still searching for the suspect and need your help. He is described by police as a white man, 6'1" to 6'2", weighing between 180 and 185 pounds. If you have any information, you are asked to call the Hazard Police Department. One man is behind bars in connection to a Bell County home burglary. Police say surveillance footage from trail cameras set up on Dwight King's property led to the arrest of Jackie Howard Jr. Some of the stolen property was found at pawn shops in Pineville and in Harlan. King says the thing he wants back the most is his father's rifle.
You know, it's probably either traded for some drugs or 20 or 30 bucks to get some drugs or whatever.
If anyone has any information on the rifle, you are asked to call Dwight King at 606-499-4070. There is a reward being offered. Now to an update on the Bell County jail situation. County officials met with the state yesterday, laying out their plan to fix the smoke evacuation system. State officials revealed Friday that system is not up to fire code, and they ordered inmates be moved out this week. Judge Executive Alvy Brock expects work to be completed by the end of the month to fix the issues. He told us the state should have a decision later today on how to move forward. People living in Knott County who use the Knott County Water District will be seeing a large increase on your water bill. The Public Service Commission approved an immediate 45% increase. Several board members are also accused of illegally approving health insurance for themselves, costing taxpayers more than $100,000. WYMT's Emily Bennett talked with officials in Knott County about the events.
For those in Knott County, doing this is getting more expensive. In fact, it'll cost nearly 50% more.
We have a lot more facility costs that people in more flat areas don't have to deal with.
The Knott County Water District has not had an increase in 17 years, despite years of financial problems.
And we don't want to be in the situation we've seen some eastern Kentucky water districts fall into, that we want to be ahead of the game. And I guess the Public Service Commission felt like we need to take a little bit more of that up front.
Now, customers are facing an increase of 45% immediately and another 15% 1 year from now.
You're going from a bill of $26.90 up to $38 and some change, so it is about a $12 increase on their average bill.
The PSC say they also found several water board members illegally granted themselves full health insurance benefits.
It was taken directly out of the finances of the water district.
costing taxpayers more than $133,000. But Jared Salmon says that money did not affect the rate increase.
They didn't allow the health benefits to be part of the study, so they weren't included in the cost of service to the customer.
Wanting people to know after the increase, the bill is no higher than the state average.
That was Emily Bennett reporting. Now the 45% increase is for their 3,000 retail customers. Their wholesale customers, Letcher County Water, Perry County Water, the City of Hindman, Southern Water, and Phoenix Properties will only see a 9% increase. Hamilton fans will have another shot at seeing the national tour of the hit Broadway musical live when it returns to Kentucky later this year.
We're continuing to track rain as it continues to be a big part of our forecast. I'll show you how much we could see in the next couple of days in about 3 minutes.